It's definitely looking better. It feels like it has some legs.
That's the problem. I don't know. The thing is, this composition is
PRX are winning the pistol rounds at the moment, 3-1.
That doesn't mean you're going to be able to deal with it. It's very, very
EDG on
difficult.
defense,
And these are
PRX on
agents
attack with
where I
the
think,
triple
some
duelist.
things, one of the best jets in the world. Forsaken, personal opinion, best Euro in the world. It's so difficult to play against the chaos that is created by this side.
Flash goes deep over towards A. I'm pretty sure this hit one as well, so the three-person stack is going to stay relatively strong. They've been holding this the whole time over towards middle.
The first half might actually decide it.
Well, that's it. And for PRX, they'll be happy with this attacking side, as they're already set up to move towards this A site. You can see there's a wall in play. It's going to be popped up, but the main thing drawing my eyes...
And the flash over towards the top as well. What are the spams like?
Right up close, where he's already looking to get
Look at Forsaken, what the...
He's got the first, but the site control
yeah, and they just thought that was the only guy over towards site, and he is hitting some shots. Big Joe, 4 bullets, 2 bullets.
Needs to be found soon from the side of PRX. Leaving Mind Freak alone, though, isn't the best of looks. That spikes down on site, and he's got 3 players to pick off. No from the shadows either.
That'd be impressive.
Yeah.
I think the whole team would have to be dead.
And then some.
We go. Just hoping to try and find an isolated
Nicely done from EDG. Bringing it back in terms of the pistols, 3-2 all over.
Doing well as well. I like the fact
and they get double sheriff as well.
You almost see that PRX are doing this blitz player. I think they almost expected there to be no one on site.
No plant, so they can't really force into this. And I think they might if they got the plant. Shout out to Kang here. Yeah, he was the big reason. Yeah, I think he's annoyed at the plant that went down instead of clearing site here.
They'll be happy.
Yeah, just in the nick of time, right? And you can understand why they don't expect him to be on site, giving him that opportunity. They saw 2 players' screens. Those players seem to be panicking to get back in. Okay, how Dong?
He actually tanks the
He's staying close on B.
Tanks the nade instead.
Players from EDG want to maintain that control.
Relatively close to the AWP though, 2 of them. Do they really decide to go aggro against an eco? Oh man.
Spotted. Nade will cover his retreat, you'd imagine. He sticks around for the kill instead, not worried about the numbers that could be rounding the corner. When he gets out, it's Smoggy that's left in the open trying to cover his retreat.
And he does have to be a little bit careful here, but this is just his chance to farm, get ever closer to that ultimate. Don't think that's the gun that something's looking for, and even just an extra player being dropped here could cause a few issues going into the next round. You can see a much more passive sort of crossfire, just waiting to almost pop up that ladder to fight that one together. It's
Alright, not too bad.
on the rotate as well.
Not too bad. Didn't manage to pick up the other gun, right? Yeah. The only one gun lost in terms of this one.
Yeah, it's nice.
Forsaken 1 orb away from his ult, and this is EDG's chance to run away with it. Bonus isn't looking too good. This could definitely be a better gun.
It really is not the end of the world.
Are they saving a lot of money?
I mean, a flyer of a start with 5 kills on Con.
Well, they're saving a lot of money. Normally this would be a rifle.
PRX will be facing off against what was one of the more
yeah, it's like a double. It's like a double op save because this can be an op and this can be an op. Yeah, they want to get the op out early, and against the no initiator, I think that's a good approach.
And tucked in the corner. There's no free way for him to get out. I mean, he can use his abilities often.
They go over towards B. They get the orb. Can gets his ult.
And there's a one-way that's probably being held. He's just trapped for now.
Forsaken may just look to try and actually retreat and get an orb here. 1 off that dimensional drift. I think that's probably the scariest thing with this PRX comp is they've got so much value when it comes to those ultimates.
Yeah, and this is the orb that you would imagine is going to have some kind of punish behind it. He is picking that up. He does get his ult. They get over towards the site. Does he now want to ult and just get heaven control? Monyet is in heaven, but as soon as this smoke goes, he is dead. Yeah. And this guy's not going to check left. He's going to fall apart. Oh. Yeah, half cleared it. What a shot, though. What the hell? Devi kills 2? Oh my god, Devi has to kill everyone. What? They don't know where he is? Oh. 28 HP, and this came crumbling down. EDG are massively in control, and their money's out of control as well. 3-0 up. Yeah, I mean,
And if I'm not
Divine nearly
mistaken, I mean,
saved them.
Nobody had one kill for most of it. He finished on
Nobody
two.
owned it.
He finished on
He's
two.
got 3 times more kills.
You got to shout out, who is this at Heaven? Chichu? Yeah, Chichu was fully on top of this.
Unbelievable. Look at this.
It's a half check as well. Like, that's the thing. I just feel like they get tunnel visioned in the lineup of a Spectre, and for Alex, it's just got to be so infuriating. His team
Yeah,
put
it's
in
not
a
looking good on
decent
this one.
position and just maybe overextending. Now they come in.
And they want to go fast on this one. A retake. In the meantime, EDG are going aggro, taking B main control. Again, it's hard for this comp to clear map control, so they're going to try and take something at the beginning of every single map. And he has a judge close.
He's almost just trying to play with his opponents here.
Yeah, and the decoy is going to go out and let him know he has a judge, right?
Pressure's on EDG on the way
Yeah,
back
we're
through.
just out
And it's all
here,
EDG
just
that
late swinging with no
quickly.
util.
I don't know where this guy was
Oh,
the last
man.
2 maps, but he certainly turned
Oh god, they are farming them. They forced into this one and they are not winning any duels. Well,
but it's not. The weaker weapon on Forsaken, good for 2.
they're actually kind of low. It's a 1v5. 3 HP. Oh my. Oh god, man. And they did, I mean, he called the timeout before the 1v5. 100%.
The tournament might be done.
There's no way.
Might be over. I can't believe.
I feel like I'm gonna cry.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. 2 kills at the judge and then just.
That should never be happening, man. The judge, bro. This gives him the double. He played it really well, though. The extra wide swing in the 1v2.
Wipe that one away.
I'm flabbergasted by this guy on a regular basis.
I tell you what, he called the timeout
that is
beforehand,
truly
but
one of the greatest plays we've ever seen.
it now like they now have to like let this sink in as well. It could work out really well.
At his desk at this point, be it in anger or celebration, who knows? And on the other side of things, EDG are just gonna be left to stew in that.
Let's see if they can run with it.
1v5 ace to get their first round on the board.
They literally needed a hero play because they looked kind of out of it with some of these swings as well.
Brand's desk from earlier.
Just shoot him in the face. Just shoot him in the face. What a round. I was thinking earlier in the round, like, it's really curious that with a judge, he gave up that control. Because he took screens. They had
Yeah, but he then showed them the judge close with the decoy, so they probably thought that he was going to be close the whole time. Pretty sure.
Not only a 1v5, a 1v5 ace with a judge, where they're all pushing in.
And that does wreck their recon, and this now turns into a massive, massive round.
Taking your breath away.
They had to 1v5 to win the round.
7 kills
so
for
stupid.
Forsaken, 5 of them in the previous round. And as we come into round number 5,
Yeah, and EDG still doing the similar thing where they're taking over towards B control.
A decent amount of money. There's some weaknesses there, but
No
nobody
smoke spawn.
is showing up. That's something down right away. One of the duels dealt with
6 HP. What is going on with the judge? Yeah, the comms come in with a 6 HP. Lovely flash on top of this. 2 people on site. I mean, looks like Forsaken's gonna have to do it again.
Forsaken's been revealed by the Seekers as well.
Oh boy, it's one of those pits which just has no map control and they're just gonna spam. Yeah, good luck. This is, you're just gonna get spammed out eventually.
It's not quite 5, but he needs to do it all.
At least he's got the pit to work with, but back to back, these kind of clutches surely can't be happening. Too many players, too many guns.
PRX, no money on this one. 1,900. Their rounds are not looking convincing. Like, it is not looking convincing. EDG look massively in control.
Nobody as well. A really impressive resurgence from the previous map. I think his comfort level on Sky is definitely up there, but most of it doesn't seem to be anything to do with the agent itself. And the thing that's worth noting is, I believe Mindfreak was 1 HP, 1 hit, for not 1 exactly, but 1 hit. When
Man, it's so pumped. The hype man's here.
Double kill. EDG are getting hyped up, and with a 3-round lead and the economy of PRX completely destroyed, there's a good reason for them to be excited.
Yeah, they've got 1 round.
They're not going A again, are they?
Other than that, they didn't have any players surviving. And thus the economy is completely in the bin. You can see just the sheer confidence. Nobody on this map. A aggressive angles being taken.
Need to keep an eye on the Divide Lark. We get a plant for Heaven, so the plant is here for him to like... Bro, where the hell are the smokes? We miss a smoke over towards Spawn last round. There's no smoke over towards Heaven, but we're still planting to Heaven. Like, this is mad what we're seeing. He probably needs to call another timeout. They're missing like... They're missing some of the basics at the moment.
Found its mark on the low HP Munyet. This is left Divide alone, and he's being watched. You know, it's an ambitious thing to try and flank Howdong. He's never gonna let that happen.
Still, they gotta change something up. You feel like they gotta do something. The map, the retake is easy when they take no map control. And you got no smoke, so they can get a free kill going over towards site.
For the side of EDG to fall back on if they do lose those opening duels.
I think this is the thing now. EDG have done amazingly well to not play PRX at their own game. They're not giving them those early fights. They're not giving them any battles that don't have the opportunity for a trade.
Yeah, I can understand losing your mind at some of this. There is no way they're going A again. I mean, they're getting into sight, but it's like, yeah, you gotta take some kind of map control. They get over towards the site again, into the dog clears over towards B, and we're gonna have another go at it. At least we have a smoke over towards Heaven this time. Doesn't even look into the corner. Oh man.
It's only going to be used to clear the site.
The dry swing again over towards Heaven.
In trouble now. The showstoppers found him, but it's only trading out the kill from Smoggy. Had some impressive rounds of his
Nicely
own.
done from Mindfreak to get this kill.
From the grave, Con takes down Mindfreak. Low HP on Munyet.
Yeah, and Divide on the Lark.
In a nasty spot, ready to play with that judge from down below. But he's worried now because the A side.
It's a good plant.
They're going to swing in, and he's
you can judge now.
Closing the distance on the back of the smoke. He's evaded their detection, and he's up close with a judge. Forsaken, buying them time
what
and space,
the?
but now he's dropped.
We got no time on this one.
Yet is last alive. Nade buys time, runs that clock down lower, and nobody has nowhere near enough time.
Yeah, that's one of them. Didn't look convincing again. Lark came in.
And a lot of damage done to EDG's economy. They've got decent credits left.
Yeah, no, the damage
is
isn't
absolute
done to EDG's
chaos.
economy at all. It's done to PRX's. They've won a round with 0 players surviving, so they're still in, well, right in the thick of it.
Bladestorm, though.
Yeah, it's going to pad the gap a little bit, but if they lose this next round, they're completely in the bin. They are not out of the woods just yet. And if we've seen anything thus far this game, it's the...
Go A enough time, surely they'll win. Yeah, I wonder when EDG are going to start actually, like, fighting on the site.
A lot of those retakes, I think a couple of duels not going their way, the showstopper as well. So we finally see a hit towards this B site.
Talbot Satchel, it's the first time they're taking early B control.
And the cavalry is full sprint. I think after he slowed them down, they've decided to go back.
Look at that damage.
We're going to see another retake here. Is he really going for this? Holy. Man, they're so confident. Chichu gets one, nobody gets one. Guys, where are the smokes? Like, where are the actual smokes right now? What is going on? Why is there never smokes into these sites?
And it's actually something to find that onto Chichu, but when he's dropped, it's Divide alone on the other side of the map. Maybe he had a chance to get something done.
How have I seen 3 rounds where there's no smokes? That one over towards Spawn, that one over towards Heaven, and this one over towards here. No Heaven smoke.
Than what we saw from Forsaken.
I don't know if that exists.
True.
I'll be honest with you.
So much utility though, and they're not in a rush on EDG. That's a big difference.
No, it would take equally the
double controller, yeah, no man.
Hero power, and they're already just watching.
They're just playing. I mean, they're making it easy for EDG for sure. Look at this. You can just free farm from Heaven.
It's an attempted fast-paced play. I think EDG have done fantastically well to not go in for those early fights. They're happy to sit back. They're happy to sit in their crossfires. And when the opening kills aren't going the way of PRX, when advantages can't be garnered, it's just not going their way.
Another timeout? Last timeout?
Like that very often.
Really?
Well, last year he didn't. They were always winning.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think he was angry when they were winning.
Yeah? Behind the scenes, he's a pretty chill guy, but I guess you put him in this, on the server, it's a different story.
Oh, he's up there with Barber. The second you get him in that room with a desk and a monitor watching PRX, it's like, right, well...
The comp? I mean, the comp's not even... I mean, the comp is letting them down a little bit, for sure, but it's like...
You know that, right?
These rounds would be a lot closer if they actually did some of the normal basics.
talked to Alex a lot behind the scenes. And
Like some of the double swings are together, I'll give them that, but they've lost 3 rounds because of no smoke so far. And they either need to slow it down if they're trying to default and they're using smokes over towards middle, or they need to... they just need to save the smokes and actually do the smokes onto their side hits.
I cannot stress it enough. This guy had 2 kills last map. I'll say he had some great assists, good recon.
And that is all of their timeouts done.
I think even popped his ult once, got reconned and taken down. But whatever about the utility, he's 14 and 2. Like, it's just completely shutting them down.
14 and 2, 14 and 6.
This time he doesn't bloody need
Dang,
to.
isn't it?
Defense as well. Wait till the attack.
Yeah, you're seeing the flexibility. A completely different role for either player and completely different results, but ultimately they're in the lead. That's a good start though.
Against an eco, that's a gun. That's pretty nice. They have an Omenor if they want to go back site. Oh my goodness. At least there's a smoke over towards heaven.
This time they are playing slightly more
And we
aggressively.
push the
They're
smoke
giving
over heaven.
opportunities. That might be a mistake.
Why is EDG now taking risk against the eco? This should be a kill as well. Oh, that's my bad. I'll take the hit for that. That's my bad. Jesus.
It wasn't as late as before.
Don't blame me for that one.
Successful. At least the trade is found, and we're left into a 2 versus 4 with weaker weapons for PRX. This is something way beyond what you could have expected. Forsaken has ult to work with. They need the information. More likely, it's just about winning those duels. Both players very isolated and spotted. They know where these EDG players are, and on the side of PRX, that's going to let them group up. A brave play from something. Didn't quite work out, but he's got plenty of
Okay,
teammates there
we get
to
3
catch the ball
upgrades
when
in
it's
terms of the
trouble.
guns,
6
and
to
so
3
not too bad after the timeout. Get a normal, at least, I mean, this is what happens when the smokes are there. Maybe a bit too aggro from EDG in terms of pushing over towards B main against an eco, but that is their game plan, right? Their game plan's been to take over towards B main because this comp struggles at actually like taking map control back because no initiator. So although it's like a overstep for EDG, you can kind of understand it because that is their game plan. They've been wanting to take B main pretty much every single round apart from one when the Sky was playing it.
Oh, nearsighted, but he's got a close range gun.
And he gets the upgrade on this one. Hill comes in. While that happened, there was a kill over towards middle. Instant ult. They're going to find out where this guy is over towards B main. No, they're not. They're going to accept it. Big duel. Man, what is going on? This is a weird round. Did the guy over towards A get hit by the flash as well? He did. This is the weirdest round. They flashed over towards A and they know that there's someone here, so they want to kind of go fast. They don't have any B control. It's pretty much all down to something to win that duel. And now it should be okay. Keep an eye on this guy, late over towards spawn in terms of Divide. Again, they know he's here, so they're going to think he would have gone sewers towards middle, so that nobody at middle has to go slow.
Nobody's still very far away from this. Chichu eventually pounces, but he's got no support. No teammate to be had. The flank eventually.
Oh man, look at this chaos, bro. What the? It's just a mouse bug. It's a mouse bug, chat. Don't get too mad. It's what happens when your scrollers on jump. Sometimes.
Firing on a whole different cylinder than what we saw before. You know, you say that might
the
be
most normal round we've seen so far. Absolute chaos.
That little bunny hop spray. If you weren't watching EMEA, it's worth a watch back. It was a fun one. Yeah,
for God's sake, bro. At least we're seeing smokes now. I'm a lot happier now we're seeing smokes. Forsaken got a really important duel over towards middle. That was the only reason why this round was doable, by the way. We kind of missed it. He's having good impact. 11-8. A lot of impact in the 11.
This could help out. Seekers from nobody. Grab that info late round, but it looks like they might be getting something early round. EDG.
He's going to dodge his stun? Yeah, he is. He's going to expect the peek. Oh boy. And they know this, yeah, they know this guy's sight, and they know it's a breach, and they can definitely overwhelm it. And breach needs to somehow get one. Haldon comes in with the ult. God. Oh my god, the shots are so clean right now. Smoke ran out heaven. The smoke was here at heaven, don't worry. Oh boy. With a plant, he gets his ult. He could insta-pop this and he trades no matter what. He could insta-pop this and he trades no matter what.
With half HP, might not be worth popping. Munyet just trying to isolate the angle, find out where his opponent is, and now just standing with rocket in hand, not quite knowing where his opponent's currently coming from. It is a TP into the side, and Howdung
He went
TP'd
all the way back over towards here. That was pretty sick.
And EDG are going to
It's a nice attempt.
that lead to a half victory.
That was actually really impressive.
Yeah, he played that really well.
Just shot at the floor.
Played that really, really well.
Paranoia came through. I think Howdung repositioned perfectly. He couldn't have played that any better. And in fact, I think with most players, he would have baited that showstopper out and left them in a very tough position. Con dropping the spike, buying the time, and setting them up for that success.
Man, do you feel like the rocket actually covered the bullet of it? I think he had to not walk around the corner. He had to be like jumping there. I'm pretty sure. 70 HP though. For sure, the rocket covered it.
Is it 8-4 or 7-5 for
Man, they need to get 5. They need to get 5 to win this one. What the hell?
I think they were hoping that Munyet would at least do a little bit, get something from it, but a showstopper straight at his feet. The rest of the team looking to go in. That's a
Oh my god.
in the dark here is Howdung. Now looks like alive. He's on a quiet start,
It's like two teams that love to thrive in chaos.
Mindfreak has made some space, but
And it's pretty fun to watch.
a bit more from this one. Another 1v5 needed, and it
8?
isn't gonna
That's a
happen
lot.
twice.
That is a
8 to
lot on
4.
this.
EDG again showing they can go toe to toe with PRX.
Oh
And this
man,
might
there's
be the
so
best
many
chance they've ever had
so
to
many
beat them.
ridiculous rounds during all of
3
this.
times they failed, 4th time lucky by the things we're seeing. You got to remember, Tom, you opened this up by talking about how we started on the better half for both of these teams, and EDG have certainly come out on top, double the rounds of their opponent. And they've
Yeah,
already
this
shown
is
us
their,
they've got
for
what it
sure
takes.
their
The
best chance to
momentum
take him
is
down.
high on their side.
How many
Even
kills did
higher for
Kankang end
EDG
on?
to
That was
finally
back
best
pretty heavy,
PRX
yeah.
on the international stage. Let's toss it over to the desk to get their thoughts.
Only a few rounds
20?
away for EDG,
20 and 1/2.
but for PRX, they're a team that you simply just can't count out quite yet. That being said, though, EDG really looking to just close this one here with a decisive finish, Kukuka.
Finally, after 4 times, this might be the time that EDG is going to close it. And the way that they're doing it, it has us very surprised. Kankang coming alive there in this last map. But actually, it's the protocols and how well studied they have the map and the effect that PRX composition
With the
is
force
going to
behind
have
picking
on
this
their
comp,
play.
they said in an interview that they didn't want to play Sky, so they picked up a Euro instead. That's pretty much it.
Here, taking their time, making sure they hold on to ramp control. Nobody being a difference maker here in this particular instance for the bonus round.
So I mean, at least they got the flashes.
After this as well, always having the right
Got the
ideas in
flashes
mind
still.
to either play the full retake like this, the flash peek coming in, just making sure that they fight.
It's
for
actually been looking
control
alright on defense, to
while
be
the
fair
plan's
to them.
still going down, so they're making sure they hold
But if
off
they
that
use their like
positioning.
A protocol
And
over
even later
towards
than that,
ramp,
playing
I
for the full
think
defense or playing for the hard anchoring position,
EDG are
they
just
always
gonna
have the
wreck
right
him a little
answer
bit. We'll
for
see.
what was being thrown at them, and it just shows to me clear preparation. I think you understand what the weaknesses of this comp were. It was one of my concerns, I think, for PRX. I was constantly talking about how weak their map pool could potentially be, and Split was the one that I was putting a focus on it on, because you can't just replace the Yoru with a Sky and expect it to work to fruition. You're going to have weaknesses in particular.
Do I change my prediction? No, I'm sticking strong. I don't. From what I've seen, I'm pretty sure PRX can't win this tourney, but I'll stick with it. You gotta stay strong. The map pool looks a little bit too risky, man. Map pool looks way risky.
Yeah, and that is going to be quite scary.
But you gotta ride or die it.
Find that next gear. They're going to need to, or else this match is done and dusted. Let's send it back over to Mitch and Tom.
Thank you so much to our wonderful analyst desk one last time in this series, because we're into the last half, Tom. We've gone the distance.
In terms of PRX, oh man, they got to win this pistol. They got to win this pistol, and they're splitting over towards the site where there's only Devi. This is looking pretty good for EDG. We can. Oh, I mean, this is a nice site here, though.
Been good in their pistols.
Hey, that's nice. As long as they're happy with A heaven control and they don't push the smoke, they win the rounds pretty much. Keep an eye on these two flanking behind though.
Nobody is not going to allow any shenanigans.
Nobody needs to make sure he doesn't overstep. They got Frenzy and Frenzy, double Frenzy, and they have heaven control. Yeah, this is. The people on ramp here have to kill everyone, and they have double classic. Oh, guys are overstepping a bit. Oh my goodness.
Martyrdom comes into effect
What's
in EDG
going on?
now. Stam with a very good chance. Low HP on a few players though. On both of them, in fact, and Mindfreak capitalizes.
22? Maybe.
20 HP left on Smoggy. A big
Whoa.
play with the frenzy.
Okay,
It's
well,
not gonna
it's step
happen.
one, win the pistol.
PRX have found the pistol, and this is a lifeline for the
Oh
defense
man,
of
nobody
PRX.
overstepped, bro. Nobody overstepped. He just needed to stay alive. He was the main thing. As long as they had heaven control, they were fine. They could have crossfired from heaven and sight. They had 2 people here. And they just panicked a little bit because it's like they could have got pinched from anywhere.
High expectations for it. And as it was mentioned,
Wait, what is
by
that
us
kill?
and the desk, it seemed like EDG weathered the storm, came prepared. And also, you've just seen the individuals shining. Khan 22 and 10, nobody 16 and 5. They've been on form. And some of the players on the other side have been a bit quiet. Something.
In terms of overall pistols,
that's a rarity.
4-2.
That's something you
1-1
never
for
really
this
see
map.
from him. Now he's got a chance to farm up some orbs here. Has himself that outlaw. Of course, no shields on the other side, so should be a good chance for an immediate kill. Playing very aggressively.
Oh my god.
I don't know if he will have realized how far nobody has. Luckily, he has support.
Keep an eye on this
And also
guy.
look at it.
Why are they playing so
Yeah, he
risky
has
on their
managed to sneak his
anti-eco?
way, a little
There's a
further
guy
than
in
you'd
vents.
expect. The downside of not playing.
For God's sake, man.
Is that your back can sometimes be a little more open.
There
Looks
is
like
no
Jinju
way
is
they
gonna
play
be
like this on an
crossfiring
eco.
out.
Hello.
Nice easy
Nicely
kill.
done from
And a
Mindfreak getting both
recovered
kills
weapon
on
that makes
B.
everybody a
There's some
one
low
hit.
HPs.
Oh no.
He just wants to get rid of it.
Yeah, of course. Don't let them have it in the next.
Okay.
It's costly.
And they might just find it anyway. Yeah,
What a
they do.
shame. They could have one hit every single player, Tom.
Oh, and they're going to get it anyway. A little bit unlucky, like both players close enough.
They're
But
so
for
risky,
PRX,
right? I just had the
kinda
flashbacks
what
of
you need. Get yourself
Bind.
some of the weaponry through to the
Where,
next round.
was it Haldong just walked up over towards short and binded it? It was a similar round to this. They're really risky against the ecos.
Operator. This would definitely
They
sort
get
of
an op
pad the
into
gap
this.
a little bit,
Split
Because
off
they
and
get an
on
op
top.
into this because why
I'm
not?
not saying it's... No, I don't know.
The second
Split
op.
op,
I mean, he
outlaw,
might be able to get a
Bucky,
kill on the Viper early. We'll see.
Spectre,
Are they at the same time going to take
know,
B main?
Round win
Oh.
incoming.
Sometimes you can't use your own logic because it ain't the same as theirs. Paranoia, nade,
And they get
play
close
through
with the
when you get
Bucky?
close with
Kinda
the Bucky.
nice.
Okay, this is great value for this weapon.
Yeah, and this might
Massively
force them over
strong
towards the
angle to
op.
play
It's
around,
actually
and
pretty
we're not
cool, and
likely
they
to
can just
up close
continuously
sky
one-way
flash on
this.
all too often. The op not finding its mark.
Yeah, the op had a chance here as well.
Look,
Something
A
played
is
real
very much
aggro
open.
over
Now, so
towards
is
middle.
Yeah, they've
And
lost
he was committed
something in a
here.
very
He was
audacious
committed
position.
here
I
when
imagine that was with the
you
dash online Forsaken.
yeah,
It's
that
now
was
a
too
different spot, but he's lost his
that was
life
too
as well.
much considering
This
the
match is missing at the
the
moment.
overall plan. Like the overall plan really falls apart when you give that kill over towards middle.
Had a rough start to the series, but has come alive at the perfect time.
Um,
Dominating, taking over.
let's
Even
see
with the heals to
how,
support him here,
if,
Devi under
and how much
pressure.
damage they can do.
And he's gonna go down
Doesn't
to the
look like
same
too
man as
much.
well.
What hope is there? A save is called as Munyet has retrieved the operator. They would very much like to have that expensive
Yeah,
weapon
and
in
they
the
are
next
definitely
round.
gonna
Having
hunt this
invested
one.
so much, you see
The guy with 10
Forsaken's
HP
credits
working out where he is,
350,
that's kind of
and even
fine.
that shot from Munyet, it's not as valuable as you think. It's a kill
Good luck.
and a dent in the economy that is decently low for EDG. It
Yeah,
has to
it's,
manage
the hunt is really
op.
on for this.
They know where the op is now. Sure, it might not be back on B site, but they've cast a wide net, and as this round comes to a close, they'll look to close that net and catch him. It
Uh-oh.
looks like they've done
Perfect.
just about enough, and yeah, indeed.
Oh.
never
Oh, he might have found the gap.
Got it. He's out.
Oh,
He's
he
out.
peeked.
was out. But he stayed around for another
Yeah,
kill.
and do they want
I
to pick
guess
up
they
the
might
op?
have
No,
caught
they
him as
don't
he
even
moved
want
through
it in
spawn
play.
anyways, so it's not
They
that he
don't
was
want any of that.
guaranteed a free run.
And so now one person can't
But
buy,
now he's lost.
and Forsaken takes the
Yeah,
hit in
and that
terms
is
of the
gonna put
stinger.
a dent. It's gonna be Forsaken who
Yeah, he
takes it.
tanked a... I mean, it
They're gonna
wasn't
just
too
give it
bad.
a
He
stinger.
tanked a
Obviously,
shot and then he
gonna find
dashed out. It wasn't as bad as I thought. Now I see a replay of it.
Play some aggressive angles.
More of a nice shot.
Ideal, especially when he has been one of the major players in this game so far for PRX when they've had success. Munyet, showstopper online.
He's really going through it. No timeouts as well. He just has to watch everything.
They're already going to just try and play with some of the sound
Look at
cues.
this.
It doesn't seem like there's any real interest.
They
from
just...
PRX with
They
those
just
early
gamble. They just
initial
gamble,
sounds.
leave
Maybe
A
they've
every
gone
single
and taken an orb
time.
anyway.
So I guess EDG never,
And there was a player
in their
close
buy
who was
rounds that
TP'd
they've
out.
watched, have taken over
might
towards
even have
this
heard
as
that
just a
sound.
gamble, and they always default
No
mid
one on
and
the A
B,
side.
Yeah, it's wide open.
because they are not even
Middle
considering
A, I
that they're
guess.
going to take
Again, with
this.
some slight vulnerabilities
Like, Munyet hasn't
Side of
even
PRX,
looked
they're
behind
just
him
willing to
once.
completely give that up, and with how the lurks have been, that's somewhat surprising, but it looks like they might actually get this.
Keep an eye on this over towards middle. What on earth is the timing like here?
He comes in. Chichu's under pressure. You might think. You would think
Oh,
wrong.
man. And then they re-go
Love to
aggro
see
middle.
Coach Alex's can to-
And
as that
he
one
picked up
comes
the
in.
gun so they can hear him.
Weapons picked up. They hear
Guys.
them backing off. The paranoia is there. And the flash out from Forsaken. He's not going to give it
Oh.
up. This is the right play. He wants
Oh,
to
it's
pull
Spike.
the advantage back into their hands. With the spike down,
Oh.
round after
Oh.
another huge round. He might not be alone, but he doesn't need backup. Not when he's playing.
Damn,
like this.
bro. What on earth is he on? How is he winning these rounds? That was insane shots. He is I was going to say that. I was literally going to say that word for word.
Now that, well, ironically, have looked Forsaken, and somehow he's just managing to pull off play after play. He's been on this roster for a long time with many heroes arising. We saw the
Nah,
rise
that's
of
not normal,
EDG,
bro.
Something, Munyet joining the team, and somehow this guy always still looks like the superstar. And what you can see for the other side, they've got to try and almost center themselves because it's just ridiculous. Bear in mind,
Dude, they have to
picked that
eco.
rifle up off the
They
corpse
have
of a
to
teammate
eco. There's
midway
no
through that
way
battle.
EDG lose
only
this
had Stinger
game
to
with this
stop the
going
round.
on.
And because of him
It's
picking
just
up that
hero
rifle,
play
his
after
teammate
hero
died 'cause they
play.
heard the sound cue.
Oh my god. Well, Forsaken's gonna do it again with 20 seconds in and 2 people have died everywhere.
9 to 7, double digits on the line, and they have
Why do they
so
play
much
no on
control.
A?
The ult is gonna be
They put an
used,
ult into
finding
it.
out Chichu, good flash, but no kill. 4 HP left, but it's enough. He's made it.
What is going
I thought he
on?
made it out. They pulled him right back in. Mind Freak, 1 versus 5. And if you thought this was the round we were going to look
This
at,
is the most ridiculous game of Valorant I've ever watched.
No, they've picked one
They haven't
rifle.
managed to get any of the guns. It was just such an absurd round. And the thing is, that is Chichu now realizing how much space he can take.
Yeah, this is twice now on the ecos that he's just realized, wait, are they actually playing no one over towards A? Can I just stroll in the whole time? There were 4 towards middle last round.
It ends up being their downfall. EDG consistently spotting the openings of their opponents. And it's been
This game should have been over. This game should have been over by now. How are they still in it?
It's a problem that PRX are gonna have when they run these sort of comps.
They came into this round up against an eco on the side of PRX. They had full rifles. And the call in the end is to
Yeah, he
save
peaked.
before
It
they
peaked a
even
bit too
find
early
a
on
kill.
this one.
1 rifle that they get out of that situation.
4 HP with a
Utterly
shorty.
Ridiculous. That also already done some damage to him, but he was quite low himself. And for PRX, yeah, that is very much what you expect to see.
He's just shouting into the void, pretty much.
Stolen this out from under PRX's nose. 3 rounds in the lead.
They
and need
force.
3.
They force into it and they have double
You
stinger.
could have a PRX versus Loud
I mean, that's a
game,
gun
and,
to pick
well,
up.
Munyet doesn't want that.
What do we... At least we're playing A site now.
It's the opening they've been looking for. Both teams have had mass success with weaker weaponry. And Chichu does have a Viper's Pit. If they can get him into position, it could be problematic. Something... He's been spotted, but just runs away with the information. You can still see the Tiger being thrown out over on the A site. Information being garnered by EDG, and again, that walk up, but this time there are players there. Even the TP available onto site for Forsaken.
He
If
popped
needs to
dash.
go back and support. Instead, it's this
Right,
fight
he
again.
is not
Something
confident.
has been having a rough time
Yeah, he's
in
not confident in his
individual
jaws.
battles, which is not something I thought I'd say today.
As soon as he sees someone, instead of standing still there, he's just trying to move. He's trying to get out of there insta.
The first 2 maps, Concon had a pretty tough time in individual
First time they're
battles,
playing over
but
towards site.
there's no signs remaining
Big
of that
Euro
anymore.
TP to the back of site. They need to be careful now.
Lots of players from
The Vi's going to
EDG
eat
ready
this. This
run
is a
in
lot
A
down to
side.
Forsaken.
The Rolling Thunder that's point of contact close already is Forsaken.
Really
He's
nice
caught one,
trade,
but won't
though.
get out of there. The
Mind
spray's
Freak
too
gets
good.
involved. Might
Quick
need to do
rotate
another
by
smoke
Mind
here.
Freak
2 of them
straight
on
into a
site.
stun. He's kept back for a moment, and that wall is buying space and time, but as they cross it, they're lower. Easier to take down!
That was nice, though. Really good ult from Mind Freak here. Really, really good ult.
PRX aren't giving this up just yet. The gap is down to 2.
Yeah, somehow. Somehow the gap is within touching distance for PRX with how things have gone. a solid start with the showstopper. I also like how we see Forsaken just delay that pop flash aggressive spot. It kept his
Music for Lemons.
side.
Thank you for the 15 months, bro. Appreciate you. Of course, dude.
And that also bought time for Mindfreak to be able
Your EDG's coach, would you time out? Nah, they have no timeouts. I think it's not even worth timing out. They're kind of doing stuff right in terms of it. They're punishing over towards middle. They're creating pressure over towards B, so they have to keep people there. They're walking over towards A, taking timings. Like, overall, it still looks good for EDG.
Something's even going to give it up. You can see the
He's like, look at this guy. He's realized he just can just do what he wants over towards A and create pressure.
Looking for long-range battles. It's a decoy going through, and Chichu's realized, oh, he was screens a second ago. I don't think he's up in heaven.
Yeah, and this is him knowing. So see this wall? When they first played this, when they lose A control, they would do this wall and they would walk, take back. So you can see of how Chichu's playing that as soon as he takes control, he's ready for this push through, because this is how the first time they played this comp that they would just retake A.
Good decided for Forsaken. If he loses control there, the panic, and they stay on B, but instead the rotates are underway.
Devi has to kill everyone.
Now definitely the target. The info is there, but Devi is so desperately low. He won't be able to hold on.
No way.
And as they rush
no
into the
way.
Con realizes he might have timing, but Forsaken realizes
it's a good Viper ult on this one. They get a good plant as well. All of them inside it. I think people need to take some control. This heal is insane. You can get a lot of them.
Nobody won't be able to help himself, but he can help everybody else. Utility-wise, not a whole lot to play with, and that's
and again, these ults are so much better when you actually have some like map control. Bro, it's just Forsaken keeping them in it, really.
For them to take this round, and Aldong is ready.
And the money on top of this is fully gone. This is definitely EDG's to take now. Should be an eco, should be 12.
Once more. And now the problems really are there. Look at the economy for the side of PRX.
Yeah, this is crushing. If it was EDG, I'd be expecting us to see 11 to 10 on the board, but the thing is, it's not. PRX have struggled on some of the lower buys.
Back and forth, yeah, but it can keep going like this for EDG. And in terms of like the macro of how it's going, it looks impressive. Like they're so in control.
I feel like I'm just looking at him every round. I'm like, okay, can he give them something to play with? Because otherwise, I just don't see a way that through.
Oh, that is through the one way.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. Smokes down, no paranoia. Although it's often used off early contact. Forsaken is going down.
And it creates a good amount of pressure over towards there. And Forsaken jump peaks into 4 of them. They realize that he's TP'd away, and most likely his TP will be pretty far away as well. They're going to push B main, and they can pick up an orb and give something nice. So we might see that for the retake.
He's got no flashes to play with, so it just has to be off raw skill.
And I don't think we're going to be seeing that now. This is EDG 4 away.
It might even be a scenario of just going down to the spike. The only thing against that is for something probably wanting to get a Blade Storm online.
Devi as well.
Closer.
You know, he's about to get the Viper's Pit into play. Could be huge for that defensive side to cut down.
Nobody? Oh yeah, the bounce back from the map prior, in terms of fragging wise, yeah.
You can see he's going up to try and get something. He'll get an orb one way or another. And it looks like it's the other. Yeah, shot in the head. Something going up for the same. And it's just a formality at this point. Smoggy's picking them all up. The wall goes down, and here's the push. No kills for
Alright, 4 chances for their first ever time to take down PRX.
But the cost they paid.
Mate, I don't know how they would have to win these. Forsaken would have to end with like 30 kills from what we've seen. Like, Forsaken would have to actually just end with just all the kills.
Yeah, there's not great options. Even the loser of the next series just seems like a rough one.
You can say that again.
Hometown heroes or the America's #1. I don't think it's a good look either way. It is brutal with 2 losses sending you out. And that's the thing, even if you win that first one, there's still a decider.
How do I feel about them winning Masters? Yeah, it's not happening. I'll switch to Genji or something. Probably Sentinels after watching Sentinels. I still think they can qualify, but it just needs hero plays, and that is not enough to win you a tournament.
With 3 losses. I've heard 3 is the magic number. They're looking at 4. But there's a lot of ults online for their opponents right now. That is where PRX.
Yeah, and they're just having to gamble so much.
And especially thinking about this A site.
They're gonna push down, or are they gonna play a Crossfire Heaven?
Using that wall to block a lot of the angles on the way back.
But Omenal over towards site as well. That could be really strong.
It is somewhat of a retake. Fight for heaven for sure. PRX want to keep control over that spot. As EDG will be pushing into it. Now, these are big players. Menyet's had a good game, but Forsaken, he rated his team at a 6 out of 10 right now. But he's been 10 out of 10 all damn day long. This map.
I mean, his gun's going to cover this guy peeking at one point.
Challenge is about to come through. The flash has caught him, but he's turned, and it's nice.
Bro, he's insane, though. He's insane right now.
The advantage is extended even further as PRX
11 HP. Gets another.
Forsaken, another 3K, another big play from this man, and he's waiting for his teammates.
Okay, nicely handled again from Forsaken, though, bro. Bro is unreal. 4 down to 3. Dude, this game without Forsaken would have been, what, 13-4 or something? 22 to 15, and I'm pretty sure that every single kill has been Impact.
On the EDG side, because genuinely,
Yampy, what's up, bro? How we doing? Trading subs? Respect. How many we on? 30? Not bad, Yampy. Not bad. Thank you so much, man.
Winning hero rounds, Concon back online, nobody as well. There hasn't been a weak link, but when they run
Forsaken feeling it. Goes close on this. Yeah, can't really anymore. Ball goes over towards middle. Dog goes fast over towards A heaven.
Right now, with a little bit of support coming, showstopper for Concon could put the end to him, but it looks like he just wants to take a firefight.
Oh.
Oh, they've cleared heaven,
Oh.
but look at the space taking by Menyet. It's
Oh.
perfect, but Concon's ahead of him, finding the kill. Forsaken flash to work with TP towards screens. He's going to try to get the kill. No, in fact, he's not. The flash is just used as he falls further back. And now
Yeah, and his TP just ran out over towards spawn. The lovely Jewel all comes in, doesn't hit anyone. This guy in sight is so wrecked. But he kind of baits for Forsaken to get 2, and Forsaken has to still get more. A great reposition from him. All down to Mind Freak. Oh man, he's got to do it all.
It's all on Forsaken. 2 kills.
He has to do it all.
He knows these players
Oh,
have to
it's
push
hard.
him.
Hard round to win.
Utility 2 flashes will now no long.
Nicely done from EDG. Managed to do this.
But that's enough.
Yeah, and this was way too. They should have won way earlier.
Finally, best
It was
of
all down to
PRX.
Forsaken delaying this one.
First time, the W Gaming
It was a fun map though. Absolute chaos. But still fun.
Great start to the tournament it's been.